Hello and welcome back to the Proactive Investors New York studio. I'm Christine Corrado. With me in studio today is Chris Kennedy from Agrios Global Holdings. Chris, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You refer to yourself as a data analytics agriculture technology company on top of the fact that you help cannabis companies design, construct, install their own facilities. How exactly is data analytics involved here?
So the reason we consider ourselves a data analytics company is because throughout the cultivation process, we're actually collecting hundreds of millions of data points throughout the entire process. We grow aeroponically, which with hydroponics, the roots are submerged in water. In aeroponics, they're suspended in the air, and a nutrient mist sprays the roots. We're collecting 16 variables every 2 seconds, combined with tissue samples, water analysis, and a number of other approaches to collect data. We're taking that and then creating best growing practices and growing conditions to optimize yield.
You mentioned you spray the roots. How is that an advantage in terms of growing the cannabis?
It really comes down to precision agriculture, so we can be a lot more precise with what is being actually given to the plants. In a soil-based grow, you don't know the number of nutrients that are actually being taken into the plant versus being caught up in the soil or being flushed through. But with aeroponics, you actually can measure what is being used by the plant versus what is being wasted. And what we're seeing just by creating these environments and then analyzing the data that we're getting is that there are different needs by strain. So we're actually taking this data approach and applying it to strains to understand exactly what those growing conditions are and requirements on a per strain basis.
Well, so what is Agrios' main focus at the moment?
For us, we are focused on building out these facilities. We're looking at expansion efforts on our revenue model. So we're currently in the process of building out our product development strategy, which will be brands that we can then offer also to our licensees. So we are currently looking at expansion efforts into multiple markets. Missouri is one of the markets that we are looking at also entering as it comes online.
So what kind of hurdles are you facing when we do see these shifting cannabis regulations?
For us, the way that we look at just how the space is evolving, we have to be very diligent about looking at the different markets. All the rules and regulations are different from a state level, county level, city level. So for us, we have a business model that is dynamic enough that based on market conditions, we can enter those markets and be flexible enough to make sure that we can support a license holder in those states.
So you mentioned your expansion efforts. What kind of near-term milestones can investors expect from that?
We're currently looking at bringing products, brands to the Washington market.
Okay.
We then can take those brands and license them to other markets. So currently we're working on developing brands, plan to have brands in the Washington market in the next 60 to 90 days.
Oh, wow.
And then also looking at establishing that product portfolio and brand mix for other markets in the future.
So specifically what kinds of products?
We're actually a service company. We're providing the brands. So we will look at having a number of vape products both on that we can license those products to THC license holders, but also then create CBD based products as well. So flower lines, oil, vapes, products. We're developing that product mix right now, both on the wellness side and the medical side.
And for investors, I mean, they have this question all the time. How are you different from other cannabis companies out there?
So for us, because of the data approach that we're taking, and we're able to create those variables and environments on a per strain basis, it allows us to create consistent product. So one of the biggest differentiations in our facilities is that since we're able to essentially look at all the data that comes from that cultivation, we can then take that data and look at it and identify what the variables are and what the needs are for those strains. It then allows us to replicate those environments and then create consistent products. So what you're getting from one harvest out of our facility to the next harvest is very consistent. We're starting to validate that through third-party labs that are sampling the product that's being generated in our facility. And as we look to expand into other markets, we have the ability to then take that consistency approach to the same, that exact same product to other markets. As we look at just even entering and focusing on the medical application side of things, we believe that as this market starts to evolve and we start looking at chronic conditions that are being treated by specific strains, creating a consistent product is critical in actually helping people with those conditions. So for us, consistency has really been the focal point at this point, and now we're starting to layer in the product strategy.
Well, it's a very exciting story, Chris. I'm excited to follow the company. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks, I appreciate your time.